What's good, everybody, man? This is your guy, Manny, and you are listening to Talking Sports with Manny. Welcome to the Talking Sports with Manny YouTube channel. If you are a new listener, watcher, whatever you want to call it, please be sure to subscribe to the channel. Please be sure to turn on your notification bell so that way you can get my content immediately when I post it. So I just wanted to kind of get this video out to you guys. Lakers post-game show. Lakers defeat the Sacramento Kings tonight, and it was a big game, big win for the Lakers. Now, some of you guys might be thinking, why is the Sacramento Kings a big game? Why is it a big win? Every win is a big win. Every game is a big game. So Lakers defeat the Kings 115-94. The team played phenomenal. So I'm going to go through my notes on things that I observed from the game, as well as showing you guys the box score. I'm not going to show highlights just because, ESPN and the rest of these guys, they have a way of doing their things where they don't let people, show the games or show the highlights. YouTube is going to dock me for showing that. So the best I can do is show the box score and just kind of go through what happened in this game. This is a big game. This is a big game. I'm excited. Being a Lakers fan, I'm excited because this is a game that we needed. The next 7 games, or the next 6 games are going to be tough. You're going on the road. You're going to be playing all these tough teams. Sunday, the Lakers play the Clippers. That's going to be a tough game. So beating the Kings was what you were supposed to do. If you want to get into the playoffs, the Kings are definitely a team that you need to beat, a team that you need to dominate. I'm going to share my screen real quick, and we're going to get into the box score and kind of get into some of the game notes on what happened in this game. It was a very interesting game. I enjoyed every bit of it. Obviously, I'm a Lakers fan, so I enjoyed that. But definitely a pretty good game. So I want to start off with KCP. KCP is the wild card. When KCP plays well, the Lakers win. They almost win. They win every single game. Every single game that KCP has, if KCP has 12 points or more for the last 2 years, the Lakers are 25-6. So the key is KCP get 12, the Lakers will almost win the game. And if you look at the team last year, the team was built on LeBron, AD, and a bunch of role players. We didn't have Schroeder. We didn't have Montrezl Harrell. So we didn't have guys that can score 20 outside of AD and LeBron. So Pelinka this season went out and got a Schroeder, went out and got a Montrezl Harrell. And then we're going to talk about Kuzma in a minute. But so KCP tonight, he started off pretty hot. He was 4 for 4 from 3. He played 37 minutes. He had 13 points. So outside of those first 4 threes, in the second half, he cooled off, but he didn't make a free throw, and he did have a double-double. He had 10 rebounds. So 13 points, 10 rebounds, 3 assists. That's big for KCP. I'm taking that any day of the week. Also, the last time that KCP had a double-double was March the 3rd in 2018. So getting a double-double out of KCP, that's huge. Like I said, when KCP scores 12 or more points, the Lakers have a higher chance of winning games. So he's a guy that needs to step up big. He's shooting a career high 39% from 3 this year. He started out shooting over 43% this season, and then he just kind of tapered down. Matter of fact, he was shooting in the high 40s, maybe like 45, 46% to start the year, and then he just kind of fell off. So he's shooting a still career high 39% from 3. He has to be way more efficient. He has to be around that 35 to 39% range from 3 to give this team some juice, to give this team some hope, because when you look at the Lakers, they're not really built to shoot threes. But tonight, the Lakers shot the 3 ball very, very well. They shot 33 of them. They made 17, 51.5% from 3. If the Lakers are making their threes, they are impossible to beat. And mind you, there's no LeBron, there's no Drummond, there's no AD. So once those 3 guys come back, 3 of our better players, with the confidence that these guys are getting now, it's just only going to bode well for the Lakers. You look at a player like Markieff Morris. He's been playing great since AD's been out. He's been consistent. He's been one of the most consistent players for the Lakers. And I love that Vogel was able to put Morris into the starting lineup and then leave. Sometimes, I think when the whole thing happened, Kuzma was coming off the bench, but then the lineup of Kuz and Morris and a big has worked perfectly. So I'm glad that Morris is in the starting lineup instead of coming off the bench. He has more confidence playing with the starters and playing starters minutes. So he played 32 minutes. He had 14 points. He had 8 rebounds, 2 assists. His plus minus +8. I don't really read into plus minuses because it doesn't really matter. People say that it does, but it doesn't really matter to me. I just look at the gameplay and what kind of impact that you have on the team. Sometimes you can have impact on the team and your plus minus might be messed up just because of a few good runs or bad runs while you were on the court. So I don't really too much look at the plus minuses. But Markieff Morris has just been amazing for the Lakers this year. And look, he's only going to get better. He's only going to get better as our big three, come together and come back healthy. You look at Marc Gasol. He played 28 minutes. I think that's the most minutes that he's played since he come back from COVID. And there were some reports that Gasol was mad and didn't take the press's questions. He pretty much was not available for media after the last game. So it just is what it is. I think that Gasol is still going to be valuable. He's definitely not my favorite player on the team, but today he played solid. He did what we want him to do. He took 4 shots. He made 2 of them. He made a 3. He shot 3 threes. So he has to take those because he's going to be left open a lot. He had 9 rebounds, 2 offensive rebounds, 6 assists. Very, very solid. Now, the turnovers, he has to cut down on that. He had 5 turnovers. There were times when he made some passes that was just terrible to me. So, he has to calm down on the turnovers. And then you look at a guy like Dennis Schroeder. Dennis Schroeder, obviously, he turned down that money. He turned down the money. I believe it was $84 million that the Lakers offered. He turned it down. Maybe he wants more money than that. I don't think that he's worth more than $20 million a year, honestly. But back to the game. Dennis Schroeder had a pretty good game. He was efficient. Sometimes you see Schroeder shoot 17 for 30 or 17 for 20, 7 for 20. And he has those bad shooting nights, but he's always aggressive. So that's what you want, especially when your big players are, out and hurt. So he was 3 for 4 from 3. He was 7 for 13 overall. He had 4 rebounds, 8 big assists, 4 steals. That's awesome. That's awesome. Pretty much every player that played in this game had a huge impact. Then I want to go on to Caruso. Caruso was making me mad when the game started. He wasn't really doing his thing. He had the foul trouble. He had turnover issues. He was indecisive. He didn't want to shoot wide open shots. And then in the second half, he kind of picked it up. He shot 4 shots, made 3 of them. He had 8 points. He made both of his threes. He had that nice dunk. Caruso gets one, he gets a play like that every now and again, and it just kind of energizes the entire team. So that was a big play by Caruso. And then THT ended up getting him a nice dunk as well. THT played 22 minutes, shot 12 shots, made 6 of them. He's a volume scorer. He's going to have to shoot the ball in order to score. So he took 12 shots to get 15 points. That's the kind of guy that THT is. You get the good, you get the bad out of THT. So it just is what it is. But 15 big points. He had 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 4 big steals, 4 steals. So he was active in the passing lane, and that's what you want out of THT. Montrezl Harrell didn't have a good game, but it felt like one of those Montrezl Harrell type games until you look at the box score and you're like, oh man, he only had 5 points. He shot 7 shots. He missed a lot of, easy bunnies and things like that. He missed a free throw, but he did have 10 rebounds. Him and KCP were tied for lead in rebounds. And I believe we rebounded the Sacramento Kings by a pretty good amount. So the Lakers had 54 rebounds to 38 for Sacramento. So that was a big thing. You can say that Bagley didn't play, but Bagley's not even that great of a rebounder. Sacramento struggles, especially when they're rolling out a lineup of Holmes as your center and Harrison Barnes as the power forward. So, yeah, you're going to get killed on the board. So, had they had Bagley, they definitely could have could have definitely helped them out. They have Whiteside. I don't know if Whiteside's been cut yet, but they have Whiteside on the team. I guess he's hurt. So, yeah, they were very, very small tonight, and Lakers were able to maximize on that. I'm going to save the best player of the night for last, but McKinney came in, gave some good minutes, played 9 minutes, had 4 points. I really like how McKinney attacks the offensive board. You got to love that. McKinney's just a guy that he wants to show that he belongs in the NBA. Matter of fact, his contract is not guaranteed. We can cut McKinney and still add another player. So I love that McKinney is getting the opportunity, and he's definitely performing this year. Antetokounmpo, he came in 3 minutes, did nothing. He just is what he is. Devonte Haycock is a player that I want to see him get some more minutes as the season goes on. I think he's a player that's going to be valuable in the playoffs, just as an extra body that you can throw at different people and different groupings and things of that nature. Wesley Matthews came in. Wesley Matthews has actually outplayed KCP the last few games, but he came in, went up for the shot. He hit his head, and, he had x-rays. X-rays came back negative. So speedy recovery for Wesley Matthews, because he's definitely going to be needed on a team like this that does not have shooters, but they just happen to make a lot of threes today. Horton Tucker made a bank three. Caruso made 2 open threes. Matthews missed both of his. KCP made 4. Schroeder 3. Gasol made 1. Kuzma 4. And Markieff Morris 2. Now it's time to get to the player of the game. My guy. Kyle Kuzma played 36 minutes. Okay. Kyle Kuzma's a player. He's a volume scorer as well. He needs shots. He needs plenty of shots to kind of show his value. And today, he played 36 minutes. He shot 11 for 18 from the field, 4 for 7 from 3. 4 for 5 from free throw line. He had 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and had a few turnovers, but that's okay. Kyle Kuzma was scoring all types of ways with the ball in his hands. He's quick on fast breaks. He has that spin move, can hook the ball. He has just different arrays of ways of scoring. I don't even know if that even made any sense, but Kuzma is just a guy that can score the ball. And I love that his confidence is rising. Yes, we played the Sacramento Kings, but this is what you expect from the Lakers versus the Sacramento Kings. So total domination. The defense was excellent. I'm going to get into what we did right, what we did wrong defensively. But back to Kuzma, man. You got to give him his flowers. He was very efficient. He was very, very smart. He made the threes. There were a few times that he had open threes that he kind of passed it up, but I like the aggression out of Kuzma. When you have a team like this, no LeBron, no AD, and even no Drummond, this is Kuzma's team. He is a premier scorer. And the more confidence that he gets, the more you can see the kinds of things that Kuzma can do. So moving forward, how does this work? When LeBron and AD come back, Kuzma's probably going to slide back to the bench, but it's all about keeping that mentality. And Kuzma has had his best season this year. Not only is he his scoring is down stats wise, but if you watch the game, he's making plays. He's become a better defender. He's become a bull on the boards. So he's actually one of the best rebounders on this year's Lakers team. So with the addition of Andre Drummond, LeBron coming back, AD, the Lakers are going to be a team that beats people, or they beat people on the boards, and that's going to be key. There's no way the Lakers can go far without rebounding. So the X factor moving forward, when the big three come back, it's going to have to be Kuzma. It's going to have to be KCP, because you know what you're getting out of Trez. You know what you're getting out of Shooter. Markieff Morris is going to knock down some open threes, some open shots. So you're really going to need a lot of Kuzma and a lot of KCP in order to solidify this team and and have the team move forward. When you look at a guy like THT, it's not a guarantee that he's going to continue to play as good as he's been playing in the playoffs. He's a young player. He's probably going to get less minutes. Caruso is going to be a guy that's in a lot. Wesley Matthews is going to be in a lot because these guys have been in the league. They've been in the moments. They understand playoff basketball. But THT, there is a chance that he can gain some minutes, but he has to be smarter with the ball. Now, let's look at what the Lakers did defensively based off of what the Kings have done this game. Kings shot 42% overall. From three, 28.6%. Now, was it that the Lakers were closing out very well, or was it that the Kings were missing a lot of threes or a lot of shots? It's a combination of both. Lakers were able to close out very well. I remember one play on the baseline. I believe it was either Buddy Hield or Fox had the ball, open three. Gasol closes out. They pump fake. He just stays there because they can't kill you once they already pump fake. They already killed their dribble. So it was just little things like that. Gasol was able to, get a few blocks. I think he had a block at least, and then he was able to alter a few shots. Let me see. Oh, Gasol did not have any official blocks. I know he stripped the ball one time, and then another time it felt like he blocked the ball, but he was just more so active. Hey, what's up, bro? Yes, sir. Lakers win. It was a big win. It was a win that we needed. Because when you don't have your big guys, when you don't have your big fellas in the game, like these are the games that you gotta win. And I'm gonna get into the schedule in a minute because, of course, those first few games that we saw what the Lakers look like without LeBron and AD, it was kind of scary. It was kind of scary. You had games where Trez were getting 20 and 10. Shooters out here getting 20 to 22 points. 17 to 22 points. Kuzma was pitching in, and the Lakers continue to lose. And a lot of that was because there was no Gasol. Us as fans, we get down on Gasol a lot. We get down on Gasol a lot because he's just Gasol. He's very smart, but he's very limited. He knows that he can't run with you. Like if you get by Gasol, it's a layup. He's not going to chase down and pin the ball on the glass. That's not who Gasol is. But he's a guy that can put his body, play with his upper strength, hands up, things of that nature. So Gasol definitely helps defensively. He's there talking, telling people where to be. So that's something that's valuable for us. Let me see what this comment is. All right. You said Dennis Schroeder messed up by not taking that $84 million. Yeah, he messed. I talked about it earlier. I don't know if he was on the stream when I started. Yeah. Not taking that $84 million, that's crazy talk. That's just crazy. But what that means is the Lakers are going to use Dennis Schroeder this season. We're going to win the title. And he's probably going to be a sign and trade kind of candidate because $84 million. I believe he's a restricted free agent. I think we have the bird rights on Dennis Schroeder. I might be wrong, but I really think we have the bird rights on Schroeder. So it might be a situation where we're able to sign and trade him so that way we don't lose him for nothing. It's just crazy that he won't take an $84 million extension right now. Maybe he wants to test the open market. Maybe he wants to see what he's worth. Honestly, I don't think that he's worth 84. I don't think he's worth 80. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he takes a shorter deal to then, pursue another ring if the Lakers are fortunate to win the ring this year. Yeah, man, he's too confident. Man. He's definitely crazy. But yeah, Lakers played very, very good defense. Limiting these guys to 28% from three. Anytime the Lakers can shoot threes, I tell people in the regular season playoffs, if the Lakers can shoot 33 to let's just say 35%, that's a pretty good Lakers team. Or not built to shoot threes, but with LeBron and AD, you're going to get a lot of open looks. That's when you're going to see Wesley Matthews finally show up. I think that he's going to be a guy that's going to be helpful in the playoffs. I think that Kuz, KCP, Markieff Morris, we're going to have to be a team that shoots threes collectively, because it's going to be plenty of threes to go around. We just got to knock them down. Dennis Schroeder is going to be a guy that has to catch threes off of the a dribble drive. He's not a guy that can just pop the three. No, that is not Dennis Schroeder's game. But once again, man, this is a big win for the Lakers. We out-rebounded these guys by 1 million. And then you look at their turnovers. They had 14 turnovers, and the Lakers had 17. So we had more turnovers than them, but I think the ability to make the three really propelled the defense. So it was like, okay, we're making threes, we're making shots. Now we're able to, you know what I'm saying, build this lead. Ladarius said, I think we will need another 3-and-D wing, and we set. Yes, I was watching Mo Harkless. I don't know how you feel about Mo Harkless, man. I was watching Mo Harkless, and to me, it was an audition. I would love to have more Harkless on the team. I think if he's on our team, he'll play better than what he did tonight for the Kings. I mean, he's there wasting away. You know, he was in New York last year and then beginning of the year with Miami wasting away. I think he's a guy that can help because when you look at the 3-and-Ds that are out there are no big 3-and-Ds available. I mean, Avery Bradley might get bought out. And then I don't mind having an Avery Bradley, but that means you got to give more minutes to a guy like McKinney. You know what I'm saying? You can cut a McKinney and improve that position, but it's kind of like, who's really out there? Is Otto Porter going to get bought out? All right, next question. It says, how do you think we will do against the Clippers? Wish we had Drummond for that matchup. Yeah, against the Clippers, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough, but this game right here gives the team a lot of confidence, especially knocking down some threes. We're going to have an opportunity to knock down some open threes. So I'm really hoping that we learn from what we did this game. Clippers are going to come in healthy. Clippers always play well versus the Lakers. I think that Pat Bev is like off of the injury, so he's going to be available for that game. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm hoping that it's a close game and we just kind of, squeeze it out. Hopefully this Kuzma, this confident Kuzma carries on. We're going to need Kuzma. We're going to need Schroeder. We're going to need Montrezl Harrell to have a game. We're going to need Montrezl Harrell to get 20-10 for us to have a chance versus the Clippers with no Drummond. Zubac has been playing very well, but then that means you get to play some Gasol. That's actually a good matchup for Gasol. I'm confident in that matchup. It's all about who's guarding Kawhi, who's guarding Paul George. And then that Terrence Mann kid has been playing very, very well for the Clippers. That's a guy that we got to match up. We have to match up with. I like Mo Harkless. We need him. Yes. Hopefully Mo Harkless takes a buyout and comes on because that's definitely a guy that's on my radar. That's definitely a guy that I want on our squad. I want Otto Porter, but I don't think that he's going to get bought out. Yeah, I don't think that he's going to get bought out. Orlando's going to try to get some compensation for him. I believe this is the last year of his contract, but he might have – I mean, they'll probably have the bird rights on Otto Porter, maybe a sign and trade, or maybe they feel like they can get something of value for Otto Porter. But Otto Porter is the perfect 3-and-D wing that the Lakers need, just for the simple fact that he can defend and he can knock down open threes. Man, why can't Kuzma play like this every game? He was ISOing dudes and everything. Yeah, Kuzma, here's a problem with Kuzma, man. Kuzma is a rhythm scorer. As the game goes on, he gets stronger. He gets better. So, honestly, Kuzma has to play with the mentality like, hey, this is my team. He dyed his hair. I hate when he dyes his hair because he does not perform. He does not perform when he dyes his hair. But look, he looked good tonight, man. I don't know what got into him. This looked like rookie year Kuz. I think he can definitely elevate his game and even do more. So, yeah, man, this is the stream. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Appreciate you guys hanging with me after this game. Just kind of wanted to get on here, talk some Laker basketball, talk some post-game basketball. If you guys are new to the channel, please subscribe to Talking Sports with Manny YouTube channel. Please be sure to turn on the notification bell. Just every time his hair is black, he balls. Then he goes Slim Shady and sucks. Hey, that's Kuzma for you, man. Kuzma just cannot leave his hair alone, man. He just does all this different stuff with his hair, man. But yeah, man, hey, appreciate you, Ladarius, man, for joining the stream, man. Be sure to subscribe. I'm going to have more Lakers content, and I'm going to try to do more Laker post-game shows, being a big Lakers fan. So definitely something I want to do, especially like a night like tonight. My kids asleep, family sleep. It's a Friday night, so ain't doing nothing tomorrow morning. So definitely going to be bringing more Laker streams and more Laker content for you guys. I'm out, man. Y'all be blessed.